Today, the American ship of state is on an extremely dangerous course, a course that will lead to a collision of deadly magnitude. At its best, the result may merely make America a weak third world country. At worst, it could result in the total destruction of America. Some may respond by closing their eyes to the obvious and ignore what they see. Others may be ready to sacrifice others in order to buy themselves a little more time. Still others may be frozen in fear and simply fiddle away while an icy sea pulls them to a common grave. This need not be, and it's certainly not for me. The dangers are clear before us. This is Keeping Right with Ron, and we need to talk. This is a conservative site dedicated to promoting the benefits of capitalism and debunking the mythical beliefs of socialism in all its forms. I believe that capitalism is superior to socialism. Capitalism promotes freedom, prosperity, and, perhaps most importantly, character. Here are the symbols of America that depict how we became free. They really need few words of explanation. The call to freedom. The birth of freedom. The guardian of freedom. The symbol of freedom. The sound of freedom. And the voice of freedom. Socialism creates a loss of freedom. It promotes tyranny, poverty, and despair. Socialism can be found under a variety of aliases: communism, fascism, National Socialism, which we commonly refer to as Nazis, Marxism, Leninism, Maoism, and more. It seems our schools seem to have taught that Nazis are not socialists, but the word itself is an abbreviation for National Socialism. And word indeed is a form of socialism. But a socialist by any other name is still a socialist. And here I must give apologies to Shakespeare. Then there's this group of tyrants everyone may not recognize as active socialists today. These socialists oppose all symbols of the past and what these symbols represent. In the last 18 months, the nation has suffered the greatest loss of freedom in U.S. history. To paraphrase Winston Churchill, never in the course of human history have so few done so much harm to so many. There are progressive and regressive stages to the rise and fall of freedom. Just as we progress from bondage to freedom, we can regress back into bondage. That is the case today, and is being intentionally promoted by a group of glib, sophomore, narcissistic politicians. Even with their limited room temperature IQs, they have created a form of socialism on steroids. I call this abominism. They are successful because too many Americans have fallen into apathy, fear, or depression. For some, the next step, bondage, may already be acceptable. One of the greatest threats of socialism is that the liberals covertly inject it into our system a little at a time. They understand that an apathetic society is a perfect target for their ideology. We have seen this before. Neville Chamberlain, in his state of ignorance and apathy, found no fault in Hitler. Chamberlain's apathy resulted in a war where countries were destroyed, 50 million died, and, with the ultimate victory of Soviet tyranny, the people of Eastern Europe fell into bondage for 70 years. My mission is to expose and oppose abominism. By adding my voice to yours, I believe we can confront apathy and fear and direct our energy to the restoration of freedom. If we don't act, our children and grandchildren will have cause to hate us. Remember, all that's required for evil to succeed is for good men to remain silent. Until next time, keep right, America.